hello. Can you hear me? Hey. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sign Protocol. So what are we? For the Korean community, we are probably just people wearing the orange neon vest, and we are shouting all the time. We have the karaoke room downstairs. So if you're into singing, go swing by and sing a song. We have some special prizes for you. But today, in my speech, I want to also introduce to you what Sign is building on in our next direction since we have already launched the token. So what is Sign? Sign is a group of team based in Hong Kong, New York, and Singapore. And since 2021, we have raised more than $40 million from top investors, including Altos Venture, based here in Korea, Sequoia Ventures, Sequoia Capital, Easy Labs, previously Binance Labs, Circle, and more. This year, in April, we have launched our Sign token, SIGN token, on the top exchanges, including Binance, Upbit, Bithumb, Bybit, Bitget, and many more. So yeah, SIGN Sign token, we are already launched. And today, I'm really happy to introduce SIGN to you again, but now it stands for Sovereign Infrastructure for Global Nations. This is our next direction and focus post-TGE. So we are going to provide the most practical and useful infrastructure for the governments. And it's a happy coincidence that it spells as Sign, S-I-G-N. Why we are doing this? We see that if you guys, I don't know if you guys are crypto native or how long have you been in the space, but we see these alerts. If you have downloaded Binance, if you have downloaded exchanges, there are assets launching every day, right? We have so many cutting edge tech. We know zero knowledge proof, attestation, but some of us, maybe we don't know what that is. We have DeFi, all these on-chain infrastructure built out. We have the fastest blockchain. We're even making them faster. But we feel like there are more and more assets launching every day, but we are not expanding our circle as quickly as we are launching assets, which I think we should definitely break out of our circle and to reach out more to traditional world because we see that it's the same from the outside. We see traditional institution, we see Robinhood launching a chain, right? And governments are also taking proactive steps to embrace blockchain. So they are taking a step from both the asset side and from the digital identity side. We see Korea here, we are moving to regulate Korean won-based stablecoin. We have so many panels today talking about stablecoin. It wasn't like that last year and the year before that. And we see Pakistan doing, with great population, doing CBDC pilot in a digital Pakistan vision. And we also see, aside from asset, Bhutan, for example, they are launching an on-chain identity system which allows users to use zero-knowledge proof to prove identity and verify identity on-chain. So we see that governments, to them, blockchain is no longer a concept, but they are taking actions to adopt that, to actually use the blockchain technology that we have been building for years. That's why we're building this. That's why we're building for the sovereign infrastructure. And really happily, we are going to announce it later today after my speak, our white paper. We have been working on it for a while. We have some actual government clients that we are talking to. And because we want to provide the most practical tools for them that they're actually going to use, we have been improving our white paper for a while. We're going to announce it later today from our Twitter account. So follow us on eSign or Sign. Stay tuned. This is a very technical white paper, so you can see all of the specific things we are providing for the government. Okay, and in this speak, I'm going to cover what exactly we are building for the government and what they are interested in. We have 3 core pillars. So in the foundation, we have the sovereign blockchain infrastructure. So when we talk to government representatives, imagine what's the first thing they say to us. We want to build a chain. That's what they say to us. They don't know what they want to build on the chain, but they want a chain. And then after some conversation, we know that, okay, they want to launch stablecoin. They want to launch asset on the chain. So as a foundation, us, Sign, we build them the sovereign blockchain infrastructure to make that possible. And after the chain is built, now we can put asset on it. Now we can launch stablecoin on it. And then imagine after we have onboard all of the asset onto the chain, what's next? People are going to want to build a credit trial. People are going to want to move information onto the chain. And that's what we are providing. We have the tech stack to build a chain. We have the tech stack to distribute asset. And then we have Sign protocol to bring the off-chain data on-chain. Okay, now let's dive deeper into the chain part. So really interesting discussion. So I'm really happy to share this because when we were having an actual conversation with the governments, it's no different than just having a conversation with the crypto clients that we are trying to understand what they need. So the government were saying, oh, we want digital cash, we want CBDC. Now that probably a lot of people don't aware that in many countries, a lot of people are underbanked, that they don't have access to the banking system. However, with the CBDC, central bank digital currency pilot, now people with the mobile app, they have the banking app, they can just verify their identity through the KYC, and they will get access to CBDC, which is programmable cash, digital cash. So here, what the government want is instant, efficient transfer and payouts, and they will need the private transaction as well. That's why what we are providing is a private chain where central bank will be the master of the chain and commercial bank will be the node operators who will be validating transactions and onboarding these residents to CBDC. That's the one part that governments typically need. The other part, when governments are more proactive, they are more crypto-friendly, they want to launch their own stablecoin, they want to provide DeFi on-chain financing to their residents. That's when we will present the public layer 2. I think some of you might think, why don't they just use a public chain like Ethereum? Technically, yes, but when we're talking to them, they want their own stuff. They probably don't want to pay the gas fee in ETH, but they still want some customizable parameters over the chain and still want some sort of control. So I think the layer 2 here is really suitable for the sovereign chain where you still have the security of the public chain, but you can do some customizable control for the government, such as access control. And they can do a lot of stuff on this chain. They can launch a national stablecoin. They can do identity verification, just like how Bhutan does it. And they can also help residents bring the real-world asset from off-chain to on-chain. And Sign will make it possible. With some of the governments, they want both the private chain and the public chain. Because imagine this. So after you onboard everybody from the traditional banking system to CBDC, we also provide a tech stack to build a bridge between them. So let's say I'm a citizen and I got access to CBDC. Now I want to play with DeFi. I want to interact with different smart contracts. I can bridge my coin to the national stablecoin on the public layer 2 and get exposed to all of these smart contracts on-chain. We imagine that the future of asset standard will be built in crypto. This is something we believe in. And in the future, with our sovereign blockchain infrastructure, all of the countries we think will have their own sovereign blockchain in the future. And imagine when all of the assets are built on-chain, we will have the global asset exchange happening on-chain where all of the assets will be in crypto format. Now we have the asset on-chain. We have built out the chain. What's next? The disbursement, the distribution of the asset. We have so many examples already existing nowadays that governments are doing pension distributions to elderlies, welfare programs like subsidies for low-income family, and most importantly, UBI, universal basic income for each of every residence. Okay, and that's what we can provide. So fundamentally, if we think about asset distribution, right, with sovereign infrastructure, we will provide a distribution smart contract where governments, they can deposit token into the smart contract, and we can use code to distribute it to all of the recipients. So this will not just limit within the Web3 industry, but we can onboard all of the citizens. They can open their digital app. The government will be issuing tokens to them, asset to them, maybe in a form of stablecoin, and they can claim it through the smart contract. So in this way, the payouts are instant. Nowadays, I know that for welfare programs to carry out, it typically takes days or weeks for the residents to actually get the token. So we didn't just build it overnight. We have this product called Token Table that have been existing in the Web3 world for years. We have distributed more than $2 billion worth of tokens to all of the crypto native community. If you all are crypto native, if you are claimed airdrop before, even though you probably don't know Token Table, you probably have interacted with Token Table smart contract because we have some key partners like BNB Chain, OKX Wallet, top players like Kaido to distribute tokens to Yapper's leaderboard. All of the communities claim airdrop from project through Token Table smart contract. If we can distribute tokens to crypto-native crowds, the same smart contract can be used in the sovereign infrastructure scenario where the government, no longer the crypto-native project, will be the token issuing party. They will be depositing token to the smart contract, the same smart contract that we use to distribute airdrops to the community. But this time, the crowd will be millions bigger than a crypto community. Okay, I'll give a more practical example now. So imagine the Korean government want to distribute $10 worth of stablecoin to each of the Korean residents. How can that be possible? Through the signed sovereign infrastructure. We all know the on-chain claiming part can be done through the token table, the smart contract. But how can I prove that I'm actually a Korean resident? That comes in the signed protocol attestation service. So I have my, I have my New York City driver's license here. You see that I'm holding the ID, right? This is off-chain, completely off-chain. I got that issued from a DMV, Ithaca, I think. But okay, this identity is off-chain. Through signed protocol, I can bring this, I can attest this on-chain, and then I'll have an on-chain record. If I'm holding a Korean passport, the same thing will happen, and I'll have an on-chain attestation saying that this person is verified Korean. And then I will have grant access to interact with a smart contract, let's say token table in this case, to be able to claim the $10 worth of stablecoin. And this can all be realized through signed sovereign infrastructure. So first, we bring off-chain data to on-chain. Now you have the on-chain record, you can interact with the on-chain smart contract to get the asset. This is the signed protocol interface. Okay, but except from government distributing asset to citizens, after we imagine that in the future, all of the asset will be carried out in a crypto format, right? And all of the private company will want a piece of that. They want to distribute credit scores. They want to distribute maybe assets to their loyal customers. And same logic applies here. In this case, identity can be any type of off-chain data. It can be my past record if I have flight with the airline before. And then I can have that record, prove that on a sovereign layer 2 blockchain and get access to any type of service. So let's say I'm a credit card company. I want to issue credit to this person who have fly frequently with the airline company. I can do that through the signed protocol and token table stack. Okay, coming back. Now I talked about the sovereign blockchain infrastructure, the public layer 2, which opens the global liquidity, and the private chain, which holds the domestic payout instantly and efficiently. And on top of the chain, we distribute asset. We help government issue asset on-chain. And we also bring the off-chain data on-chain so that we have the credit trial, we have the asset disbursement, and then we have the foundation as a blockchain. Okay. We can see that Sign is taking a top-down strategy now post-TGE. We are not just happy with all of the crypto-native community. We want to expand even more. So we are doing the government initiatives. We're talking to the government representatives. We're presenting them with the tech. Don't worry about it. We'll build it for you. As long as they think that's practical and they want to carry that out, then that's good. Then government will build the digital roads for the citizens. And then that leads to the bottom-up adoption for all of the citizens. Imagine each one of them wants to get the welfare distribution. The UBI is frequently, the UBI is a regular claiming process. And all of them will be interacting with the signed sovereign blockchain and the token table smart contract. And we can onboard the next millions of users. We are confident that Sign will provide service to more than 300 million people worldwide, given the current clients that we're in conversation with and potential clients that we will have conversation with. We believe that in the future, all of the assets will be in a crypto format. And this is real. This is not just a conceptual stage. We will publish the white paper today so you can see the tech stack, but we have real clients and we want to build the most practical solutions for them. Okay, let's bring the stage back to Korea. Now that Sign is in Korea, you know we are not just people singing songs in a karaoke room, but we love singing. Now let's welcome our Sign intern community and our lovely community to talk to you more about the Korean Blockchain Week.
Hey! Welcome to our Orange Dynasty. As you guys have heard, what we do is not just attestation schema, infrastructure protocol, and what she said, because we are B2G. So that means that we can be ourselves, we can have fun, we can be awesome. So if you're here, this is a sign to have fun with us at our karaoke booth and everywhere else. So today, if you follow us soon to the Sign Karaoke Room, we're going to be giving a very special airdrop, if you know what I mean. If you like airdrops, if you like special things, come to us. And we also have a scavenger hunt where we have a lot of billboards across the city with great rewards like sign tokens and the orange iPhone. All right, so once again, this does not discredit all the serious stuff that Claire said, but it's also possible for a VC coin to have a mimetic energy and for all of us to enjoy and have fun together. All right, KBW, thank you.